In 2012, Bitcoin reached a critical milestone, its first halving event. This might sound technical, but it was much more than that. It was a transformative moment that redefined Bitcoin's entire ecosystem. To understand the halving, we first need to grasp what happens when a new block is created. Miners, the ones validating and recording Bitcoin transactions, are rewarded with freshly minted Bitcoins. When Bitcoin was launched, this reward was 50 Bitcoins per block. But on November 28, 2012, that reward was cut in half, from 50 Bitcoins to 25. So why does this matter? Well, the halving introduced a new level of scarcity into Bitcoin's ecosystem. Think of it this way. Imagine if the gold supply on Earth was halved overnight. Suddenly, every ounce of gold becomes more precious, right? That's what happened with Bitcoin. The supply of new Bitcoins being created slowed down, while the demand continued to rise. The halving is built into Bitcoin's DNA to occur roughly every 4 years, and it's one of the features that make Bitcoin unique. It's part of the reason Bitcoin is often compared to digital gold, a scarce asset whose value increases as it becomes harder to obtain. At the time, many people wondered what effect the first halving would have. Would it disrupt the network? Would miners abandon their work because the reward was reduced? In reality, the opposite happened. The first halving reinforced Bitcoin's resilience. Rather than causing chaos, the halving demonstrated that Bitcoin was built to last. It was a sign that Bitcoin wasn't just an experiment anymore, it was here to stay. This event was a clear message to the world. Bitcoin's supply is limited, and over time, its value could rise as more people start using and adopting it. As time went on, the significance of this first halving became more apparent. Each halving makes Bitcoin harder to produce, leading to increased demand from investors, institutions, and everyday people who see its potential as a store of value. It's moments like these that solidify Bitcoin's position as digital gold. Just like gold, which is mined from the earth in limited quantities, Bitcoin is mined digitally, and its supply is carefully controlled. Every halving reduces the number of Bitcoins released into circulation, adding to its scarcity. And with scarcity comes value. The first halving was just the beginning. Since then, Bitcoin has undergone additional halvings, each one reducing the reward further. Today, the block reward stands at 6.25 Bitcoins, and the next halving is always just a few years away. These events are like clockwork, programmed into Bitcoin's code, to continue happening until the maximum supply of 21 million Bitcoins is reached. This unique design keeps Bitcoin secure and valuable in the long term. As the world continues to understand the power of Bitcoin, each halving event will remind us of its potential to reshape how we think about money, value, and scarcity. The 2012 halving was a defining moment in Bitcoin's history. It set the stage for everything that followed: price increases, adoption, and a growing recognition of Bitcoin's value. It's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is now seen as a revolutionary financial asset. As we look toward the future, Bitcoin's scarcity, driven by these halving events, will continue to play a crucial role in its rise as a global store of wealth. With each halving, Bitcoin becomes more scarce, and in a world where demand is rising, that's a recipe for long-term value.